RevHub Pro is a centralized tool that will turn website analytics into data-driven solutions that are backed by our proprietary recommendation engine, increasing sales. We'll provide time savings so your team can focus on revenue-achieving tasks, reducing costs. We will deliver content generation and content activity calendaring, improving operational efficiencies. We'll also highlight revenue-generating opportunities, turning projects, one-time projects, into monthly retainer services, mitigating risks. Today, we're going to focus on our health score listed at the top. We're looking today at the home page, which gives a synopsis of how the website is performing. Your health score are the core vitals that encompass your website's overall health, and where RevHub Pro crunches those numbers to provide actionable intelligence in the form of recommendations, again, leading to increased sales. Your health score details are a composite of industry standards. But what does each category mean? Well, let's take a look. First, we're going to start with the bounce rate. A bounce is when a user opens a single page on your site and then exits without triggering any other requests to the analytics server during that session. Average time on page is a look at the average time that a visitor spends on a page of your site during one of those open sessions. Pages per session, now we're looking at a page view that is recorded each time a user accesses a specific page, regardless of whether that's a new or returning user. The more pages, the more times that we will get it seen on this dashboard here. On our newer and reverse returning users, those who have visited in the past and come back, that's our return segment. And those who are seeing it for the first time, again, now that happens on the new side. Cookies will help us track this. Keep in mind that a user who opens a page on their laptop, their phone, and their iPad would be 3 users. Whether they are new depends on if the device was previously seen as has a cookie for us to track. On the performance side, we're looking at a measure of multiple subcategories, looking at the speed to load the first piece of page content, speed to load the entire page, how soon before a user can interact with the page, and many others. Accessibility is an interesting one. It's easy to think of this as whether the website is up, but it's so much more. Accessibility refers to the experience of users who might be outside the narrow range of what a typical user is. In other words, those who might interact with things differently than you expect. An example, if you have red text on green, this would be a mark against you as it may impact those with color blindness, which is me, by the way, so thank you for solving that for me. Broken links in speed also fall under this category. So these core vitals that get blended into a composite score by RevHub Pro give us a lot of intelligence that we can take action on. The health score and the subsequent metrics being weighed are customizable on a per client basis. So when we see these numbers in parentheses, 32 of 40, 40 is your weighted metric of the bounce rate. So we're putting a pretty good emphasis on bounce rate, that we want to make sure our users are coming and viewing multiple pages. So these two probably tied together, and these are our lowest performing ones on this particular one. So those target scores, I want to emphasize, are adjustable. So our 40 here on our bounce rate, we have a little performance scoring and benchmark section here. And we can edit some of these categories to make it more beneficial for you and what your client wants to achieve. So those target scores being adjustable, they allow us to see those incremental improvements over time so we can easily visualize and measure. This is important for newer clients that are experiencing the powering of your marketing agency for the first time. RevHub Pro will show the impact of any campaign your agency provides, proving your worth and value to your client base, increasing retention, and providing a path from project to monthly recurring revenue. Those scores reported, again, revenue opportunities. RevHub Pro looks at all the scores, runs them through our AI recommendation engine, and provides real-time actions to improve the health score, focusing on the top 4 most impactful recommendations. So let's go take a look at that. In this case, again, just to reiterate, pages per session and bounce rate were our 2 lowest performing categories. I would expect that our recommendations are going to align pretty closely with those. So let's take a look. On this, and sure enough, we have improved website navigations. One of the reasons for the high bounce rate. Great. So we have a reason that we're seeing. And second one down, page load speed. Again, page load speed, if we looked at our 2 most important pages per session, if it's slow to load, I don't want to go to another page. My bounce rate also is going to get affected. So those 2 categories, the first 2, already gave me information on why it's happening. So we would love for you to try this out for yourself. Send an email to sales@REVHUBPro.com and we will help set up an account for you so you can begin testing. We're confident RevHubPro will increase revenue for your agency by turning one-time projects into recurring revenue, provide operational efficiencies by automating tasks, mitigating risk by proving the value your agency provides, and turning project-based work into recurring revenue, reducing cost through recommendations and content building calendaring. No, we haven't gone over all of those pieces today, but we encourage you to reach out to us so you could rev up your business today. Thank you for joining us.